Congressman David Cicilline is a Democrat representing Rhode Island, the smallest state, but one of the best. He joins us tonight. Congressman, thanks for coming on.
My pleasure. Thanks.
So at the core of this memo, which I have not read, there are probably a lot of stuff in the memo, but here's what we know is in there. Something that we know is true, which is that Obama officials approached a federal judge and asked for a FISA warrant to surveil Carter Page, who was an advisor to the Trump campaign, on the grounds that he was a foreign agent. He was a spy for Putin's government. Do you think Carter Page was a spy for Putin's government?
Well, I can tell you I've read both the Nunes memo and the Democratic memo, so I can't talk about the contents of it. But what we do know is it was a memo prepared by a partisan, by Devin Nunes, who in fact was so partisan in this investigation that he was removed from leading it. It's a summary, or purports to be a summary, of classified documents that he's never even read.
How many nonpartisans are in Congress?
No, my point is, right? I just don't want people to be confused. This is not an intelligence document. This is a document prepared by a partisan who has already demonstrated his inability to be objective. He recused himself. Wait, but let me finish. And he purports to summarize a set of documents he's never even read.
Which is why I didn't ask you a question either about Devin Nunes or about the documents. I'm asking you about publicly available information that is of concern to all Americans. The Obama administration made the case that Carter Page was a Russian agent, and on the basis of that case, spied on the Trump campaign. So I'm asking you, was that legitimate? Do you think Carter Page was a foreign agent?
Again, I cannot comment.
Why? Because I know that.
No, I can't. I haven't read the memo. But you haven't read the memo. I've read both memos.
I've read the New York Times.
I can't comment on.
No, but you don't need to have read the memo to know that.
No, but you cannot comment on things which potentially are in
on a New York Times story. You can't comment.
No, I can comment on a New York Times story.
And by the way, you just commented on the memo calling it partisan.
No. What I'm saying, I'm talking about what that memo does.
Okay, but how about this? Here's what we know. We know that the Obama administration argued that Carter Page was a Russian agent and used that information to spy on the Trump campaign. Is that okay, is my question. What do you think of that?
We have in place, and again, I cannot comment about this particular
No, how about what I just said?
No, what I'm saying is we have certainly in the public domain an ongoing investigation about Russian interference in our elections. There is a process to conduct that investigation which is underway. This is sadly another attempt to undermine that investigation, to create this memo and this whole release.
I'm sure there's a lot of politics, but
no, but
hold on. As an American, I'm wondering about Carter Page.
I don't want anyone to interfere with American presidential elections.
Okay, but I'm not trying to. But my other concern as an American is that the government might be spying on people for political reasons. And we know that the Obama administration spied. This is, I mean, dispute this if you will. Am I wrong? Did Obama agencies surveil the Trump campaign or not?
I will tell you this. I take any allegation about government surveillance very serious. I spent my career practicing criminal defense work and civil rights work.
It's a really simple question. Did the Obama administration authorize spying? Hold on. Just let me finish the question. Sure. And then I really want you to do your best just to answer this question. And I'll concede every other point. Did the Obama administration, as news reports suggest, authorize spying on someone involved in the Trump campaign?
I cannot answer that question based on my review of the memo.
Would you be concerned about it if you found that to be true?
I would be concerned at any time that a process was not followed, created by the FISA court and all the standards that apply to that. But I've seen no evidence to suggest that.
But no one's alleging that. No one's alleging that the federal judge who approved that warrant was out of line or the people who asked for it. I just want to know what you think of the allegation that Carter Page was a Russian spy, because it seems insane, because now he's on MSNBC, he graduated from the Naval Academy. It's not like this guy is disloyal that we know to his country.
No. Again, we have lots of examples where the federal government conducts investigations, both counterintelligence and criminal investigations. That's an important part of what they do.
But does it make you nervous of a political campaign? So like if you found out that the Trump campaign 3 years from now spies on the Kamala Harris campaign.
Because it doesn't make me nervous, because I have confidence in the men and women, the professionals at the FBI who take their responsibilities seriously, who have a whole range of responsibilities to meet. There's oversight.
So don't ask questions about the government.
No. I'm not saying don't ask questions. Heroes. But what we're engaged on, sadly, what we're seeing now is just an ongoing effort to smear the FBI, to attack, not by you, I'm saying the Republicans in Congress. And the problem is it's an effort to undermine this investigation, I think, to set the stage for the termination. For the firing of Robert Mueller and Rod Rosenstein.
These are real questions. I'm a civil libertarian. Democrats used to be. Now they're pure political hacks.
But why is that? Why is it? why is it, Tucker, then, when the Democrats sought release of the Democratic memorandum, which went point by point to answer those questions, every single Republican on that committee voted against it?
I don't know. I think it should all be released tomorrow. I mean, I'm on the releasing side, always. Congressman, thank you.
My pleasure. Great to be with you.